He's still alive out there. Everybody if that's real, I want to hear God. And then he's grinding at this mill. He's having to march around all day, all night probably, gets a bit of rest, a little bit of water, and the little boy's guiding him. And he's grinding corn on however they do that. He's kind of, and I saw Victor Mature doing it. So that must be how it is, you know. And so he's grinding corn the whole time. And so life becomes a hard grind. It's get up, go to work. Everybody's grumpy. Everybody's miserable. Nobody's got any purpose. That's how life can get. And that's what this is about. But he had the answer. He found the way out of that situation. The first thing he did, the very first thing he did, once he realized the situation was hopeless, and that's the place you have to come to. You have to realize doing it my way isn't really working. Doing it the way I think, having a lack of accountability, lack of relationship in a community of ordinary people like this who are trying to love God and to follow him and be in relationship with him. This is what happens. Your life gets into poverty when you're not in a community like this. And the first thing he does, the first thing he learns to do here, and he actually steps into doing it, it says in verse 28, he called on the Lord. Let's put that in another language. He got a brain, and he started talking to God. And he started to talk to God. Now, here's the thing I learned when I first became a Christian. Just the first few months. I couldn't pray like Ray. Ray was this old guy who'd been a Christian for like 2 centuries. And he could pray in Elizabethan language. He had leaveth, doeth, beeth. I'm going, what planet is he from? All I could do was pray the Lord's Prayer a little bit. I could get 3 lines and I'd forget the rest. Or I could pray like Psalm 23, the Lord's my shepherd. But I always got depressed at the end of that. And I couldn't pray like him. And then somebody said to me, don't be Ray, be you. So I took all the cuss words out of my vocabulary and I started to talk to God real. Saying, how do I do this? How do I handle my wife? Because she's gone really fanatical on the whole religion thing. And so I was praying. She's praying all day long. She talks to you more than she talks to me. And I'm getting jealous. I actually prayed that prayer once after about 2 weeks. Not realizing it was a good thing, you know. We had less arguments when she talked to God. So he learned to call on the Lord. And here's the first thing he prays. He said, it's a great prayer. It's 2 words. Strengthen me. Strengthen me. Now, here's what a guy named James said. He was one of the people who followed Jesus originally, and he wrote these words, draw close to God, and he will draw close to you. That's a promise. Isn't it amazing that if you could just believe that God is real, and you could do the things that help you to get closer to him, the moment you take the first step, he'll take steps towards you. It's a bit like watching your child walk for the first time. I remember where I was, and it's 28 years ago, I think, or 27 years ago, when my 29-year-old daughter now walked for the first time. And I was sitting across another side of this room. I was watching this church service going on from inside this baby's creche. And she stood over there, and she had a hand on the chair, and she took a step, and my instinct was to go like this. But she ran to me and clung a hold to my leg. It's amazing. It's just like God. The moment she moved towards me, my instinct was to move towards her. And I'll promise you this, after 31 years of being a Christian, the moment you make any overtures towards God, the moment you go put the thing in first, he'll run towards you.